And this is cool because I wasn't super able to follow Gamescom. We got a video from ObsidianAnt talking about the epic new space games for 22-23 at Gamescom. So let's check that out.
Full jump complete.
There's some seriously impressive space games on the way, some of them arriving within the next few months. Ixion then is the first of those games I want to talk about today.
I feel like
its
I saw
release
this
date
one.
was revealed during Gamescom this week. Most of the other space games have also had some form of showcase at Gamescom, and we'll get to those in just a bit. So, Ixion is an intriguing hybrid of a deep space exploration game, a city builder, and a survival game.
It was weird.
As you can see, visually, the game is quite standout. It's both stylish as well as extremely inviting. It has a sense of scale, which is especially noticeable on the exterior shots of the station. The goal of the game is to find a new home.
I love the lighting
for
of the
humanity.
star in the middle.
The task
I will say
to
that.
continuously move the station whilst keeping it functional. It will need to be upgraded to face a variety of challenges and threats along the way. Meanwhile, within the vast hold of the station itself, players can unlock 6 sectors, which can house populations, support jobs, in addition to other functions.
Yeah,
It seems the
I
game
like
will
city
also
builders.
have
You
a
guys know
strong
it.
exploration element. This means that it will be essential to rely on your people and probes to explore the depths of space.
It
when
felt
far
very
from
mobile
home.
game.
And talking
To
of
me.
being far away from home and away from the niceties of everyday life, this video is sponsored by Infinite Galaxy. Can you not live without games when you're away from your PC or console? If so, just maybe you should take a look at Infinite Galaxy. With rapid-fire, third-person perspective combat, it puts you directly in the action. Then explore the game's detailed and intricate interface as you interact with your flagship, warships, and command center.
Speak of the
The
devil.
involved outfitting will allow you to pursue your optimal designs whilst you dive into the game's storyline. Additionally, recruit and appoint crew to strengthen your spaceport and develop and refine your strategic gameplay. Infinite Galaxy then is set in a large world full of crisis and enemy invasions, where you engage in worldwide battles with other players from different planets. And of course, don't forget your officer, Laura, who will be a part of your journey. If you just can't face more than a moment away from your PC or console without a game, then why not download Infinite Galaxy? You can find a link in the video description, which will grant you $60 worth of in-game gifts. Deliver Us Mars
I might
may have
check
been
that out.
delayed somewhat into February of 2023, but nonetheless it remains an anticipated title.
Deliver Us Mars.
After receiving an emergency distress call from Mars, it's your job to head out to Mars and locate the lost Ark colony ships. The game then will pit players against the hostile environment of Mars. To all intents and purposes then, it is an adventure game with a very deep story. It follows on from the previous game, Deliver Us the Moon. Whilst there's nothing in the way of spaceships here, the hostile environments of other worlds is something I'm very curious to experience and very interested also to see how the developers handle this. And of
Might be a
course,
cool
a compelling
story
story
game.
is always very welcome. Capital Command places you in charge of huge, vast capital ships. The focus
We've
here
seen
is
games
very
like
much
this.
heavily on combat. Here, you'll be able to issue orders to your crew, which comprises of engineers, navigators, gunners, and repair teams. Your job is to take on rogue outposts in the frontiers of space. The developers claim that the game features realistic
This is
combat
the most
as
sleeper
well
one
as
I've
6
seen so
degrees
far.
of freedom for movement. This one has been in development for a while now, and there are a few videos scattered around the internet. Whilst this title is clearly indie in many senses of the word, it looks like
Yeah.
it nonetheless has a lot of potential. Easily the granddaddy of all RTS space games, Homeworld is set to get a sequel in 2023.
You know, I played Homeworld 2
Homeworld
with
3
you guys
then
on
recently
stream,
received
and I like RTS games. I just couldn't get into it for some reason. And you guys like really love this game. I don't know what it is.
a brand new trailer as a part of the Gamescom showcase. Naturally, the video shows off everything you'd hope to see in a Homeworld game. From strategic gameplay to a variety of different ship classes to
Maybe I need to give it a chance, like off stream or something.
That's without even mentioning the awesome looking environments. As you can see, it's now going to be possible to hide behind debris to use it as cover, which will also enable you to sneak up behind enemies for some surprise attacks. The ship
Cool.
designs in Homeworld have always been amazing, very iconic and classic designs as well. I for one am certainly looking forward to seeing some of the new ships in Homeworld 3. The Homeworld franchise then isn't just my favourite space RTS game, but easily ranks amongst my top RTS games of all time. Very much looking forward to seeing where Blackbird Interactive go with Homeworld 3.
Okay.
In many ways, The Expanse redefined what it means to be a sci-fi TV series as well as a sci-fi novel.
I'm so
for those
excited.
of you who have come to the end of the TV series as well as the end of the novel, you'll be very pleased to hear that a brand new trailer has been released for Telltale Studios' The Expanse.
I thought
The
Telltale
trailer very
died.
heavily focuses on Drummer, who was perhaps one of the most standout characters from the TV show. Karaji reprises her role as the character, which in my view is excellent news. Whilst this is the first game for the new Telltale games, for people who have played Wolf Among Us and many other such games, they will be well aware of what to expect from The Expanse. This is another one that doesn't have a specific release date just yet, but we do know that it's coming in at
reanimated corpse. I mean, what a game to come back
for
with.
me, System Shock was one of the most standout titles for the late 1990s. It was fantastic news then to hear that it's making a comeback. The remake received a brand new trailer recently at Gamescom, and pretty much everything about it screams a classic System Shock. The title is a survival horror game located in a space station set within the depths of space.
Not my
what
style
really
of game,
hammered this
typically.
game home was the omniscient rogue AI that dogs your heels throughout the entire experience. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about this game for one specific reason. Currently, right now, there is a demo available on Steam, so if you want to know more about it, do go out and try it out. It's well worth taking a look at.
Just got flashbanged.
Now, this one technically isn't a space game,
Bruh,
but that said,
this
the
one
Dune
is
series
like
occupies
the-
a very special place for me for many different
step
reasons.
above
As such, I just
Telltale
had
for
to
me.
include
I
it
cannot
in
wait.
this video. Dune Awakening then is a brand new survival.
Listen, I played Conan Exiles. This one's tough. Funcom has its issues, right? I love Conan, but at the same time, it definitely has its issues. And I'm going to be cautiously optimistic on this one. I'm trying not to. You could tell how excited I was at the beginning. I'm trying to keep it cautiously optimistic, but it's going to be very hard for me because I still think Conan is a very good game, even with the problems that it has.
MMO from Funcom that right now doesn't have a release date. It's also very light on gameplay details, instead going for this cinematic video,
Yeah,
which
it's all
shows
cinematic.
A Fremen or maybe Paul Atreides and a sandworm as well as a spice carrier. The Dune universe carries a lot of weight, and I really hope Funcom do right by it. If so, this has the potential to be a very interesting MMO. Really looking forward to hearing more about this in the future. So that brings us to an end of this video. A few epic space games come in throughout 2022 and into 2023.
It's going to be a tough one for me.
As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.
Cool. I don't know. The Homeworld one is the one that I probably have to check out the most. The Telltale one is the one that I'm going to jump on instantly. I'm so excited for that one. I loved The Expanse, and I cannot wait for that game. And then Dune, I do like survival games. They called this one a survival MMO, so it does seem like it's going to be a little different than Conan. I don't know if they call Conan a survival MMO or what they describe it as, but Conan was a great game. Conan still is a very, very fun game, but it's it definitely suffered from server issues. So that's where, and just kind of lack of depth to its combat. So we'll have to see what will happen with this one.